Will Stoicism make me happy? Stoicism certainly has the power to make your life a preferred experience. And we would call that happiness today. So yeah, Stoicism will make you happy. But there's many factors that lead into you being happy where Stoicism can really help. I think most people today aren't really aware of why they have an unpreferred experience in their life, why they don't feel happy, why they actually feel sadness and lack of. And a lot of it does come down to the stories we're told, the images we see, the ideas we create of what happiness is, what success is, what a good life is. And we're really confused today of what a good life is or what happiness is. And media is really blurring the lines. And today, we see people on social media and we say that's happiness. The smiling face, the sunset, the money, the cars, the fame, the lots and lots of likes and followers. So we call this happiness. And we don't have that, so we don't feel happy. But in fact, those people that have it don't feel happy. Or they might be happy, but not because of the thing that they have. You're not happy because of an image. You're not happy because of a belonging. You're not happy because of anything superficial or external. Happiness is an inside job. And the Stoics were experts at governing the internal, governing this inside, what we might call the inner citadel. And if you can build upon these foundations, if you can build upon the internal using Stoic principles and practices and solid foundations taught by the Stoics, you will find this happiness that is eluding you. So how do we do this? Number one is to understand that we control the internal, and that is all we control. We don't control the external. So for a long time, I was, going back to when I was 18, I was seeking happiness through objectives and externals and validation and likes and money and success, and even for experience. In comparison, this is where I was seeking to find my happiness. So I'm throwing out my internal to try hit it onto something external in hopes that that will make me happy. Because this is what I've been told. This is what we've been taught. This is what we see. We see someone get that thing and we see them smile. So we see them get the Bugatti, then we see them smile and cheer. And we're told from a young age that smiling and cheering is one of the biggest signs of happiness. So we think it is achieved this way. So I was trying to go through the external routes, trying to find happiness. And of course, it doesn't really work like that. You get the things, but then you go to bed feeling just as empty and just as sad. Now, I'm not saying you can't have these things and be happy, but this is not where happiness is found ultimately. So we understand we control this internal world, which is kind of a response mechanism to the external world. Something happens, we decide on what we do with that thing. We decide what we assent to or what we move away from. We decide on the opinions that we formulate around these things. So you could have a Bugatti and decide that this isn't enough and it'll make you sad. You could have a Bugatti and decide this is all you need, this is all you ever needed, and that's enough. Of course, it comes through practice and practice and practice. You can't just lie to yourself. You have to make this your character. So you understand what you control, but then you understand what is actually good and bad in this world. And what is good in this world is ultimately what you control. What is bad in this world is, again, what you control. This is what the Stoics thought. And what you control is your internal world and how you act. And if you act according to vice, then this is bad. If you act according to virtue, this is good. So we aim to be a good person, because the Stoics said, if virtue promises happiness, which it does, then progress towards virtue is also progress towards happiness. So we start to become a virtuous person. We follow courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. We follow these good character traits that help build and keep harmony in a society around us, because what is good for the people around us is also good for ourselves. And vice is the opposite to this: foolishness, cowardice, intemperance, injustice. It is destabilizing or even ruining the harmony with the world around us, the people around us. We know what's good for people, we know what's bad for people. So we know what we can control and we know what is good. So we aim towards being good people, as this makes us, it builds our internal citadel, our inner citadel. It builds our internal world, this fortress that we control. It builds it into a better place and a better citadel. And then we start to understand that we only have this present moment. That is where joy is found. That is where happiness is found. That's where peace is found. That is where freedom is found. We don't find it anywhere else. We don't find it in future attainments. We don't find it in future successes or future happinesses. We don't find it in the past. You don't find happiness looking back. In these places, you only find fear, anxiety, worry, regret. So you have to start being present. You start to understand that in this present, I find everything I need. In this present, I have everything I need. The Stoics said that Zeus has given you everything you need for a good life. It is handed to you right now, and you choose to use it right now. You have it right now, and you love it right now for what it is. But if God takes it away from you, you let it go without resent. That's what it means. That you're given a wonderful gift, you use it as it is, and then you let it go as it is, because everything is borrowed. It's this idea of holding on something when it is slipping away that causes disturbance. It's this idea of trying to grab things that are far out of reach that causes disturbance. So then the last way in which ultimately Stoicism has given me most happiness is understanding how precious what we have is right now. And the Stoics have an odd way of dealing with this, is reminding themselves that they could die any moment, that we're mortal. Just like the leaves falling from the trees, and the billions of people that come for us, everyone dies, everyone falls to the dirt and is turned into dust and dispersed. And the Stoics understood this, and the reason understanding this leads to happiness is that we waste life thinking that we will live forever. And we don't appreciate how rare a gift it is that we have right now. So they would say, memento mori, remember death. This life right now is a beautiful gift, and we can't just throw it away thinking we'll do it tomorrow. I'll be happy in years. I'll be happy at some point. I'll sacrifice. I won't appreciate it right now, but one day I'll appreciate it. If you're not happy with what you have, you won't be happy with what you get. Just appreciate the moment. And it is a skill you build up. All of these little tools that the Stoics suggest us, they're a skill that you can get better and better at. You can get better at appreciating the moment. You can get better at not trying to extend yourself beyond your internal, trying to reach happiness through desire and attainment. You get better at appreciating small but certain happinesses, enjoying the birds outside, enjoying the cars going past, enjoying the temperature of the room, enjoying the mere fact of your existence. You can enjoy these things. I believe it's like a dial we tweak. We keep tweaking it and tweaking it. So when you want things right up here, you want the peak of happiness, then you get there and you can only compare to the peak. You go up the mountain and suddenly this mountain's not good enough. You want to be on that mountain, and down the mountain, anywhere in between is just horrible and it's torturous, it's suffering. And when you get to that peak, you're like, whoa, I need to get to the other peak. You can exist in harmony and peace and freedom and happiness at the bottom of the mountain. And you can exist like this in happiness and harmony whilst also traversing up the mountain. And you can enjoy that whole process, and you can appreciate the view from the top of the mountain, and you can love it all. You don't just need the peak to be happy. So yeah, Stoicism does promise happiness. I certainly found happiness through Stoicism. When I was younger, I was very unhappy, uncertain, without direction, very anxious. And Stoicism has given me that happiness, where I'm happy in just being. I can appreciate the small things in life. I can appreciate everything in life, and I can love everything in life, as Stoics say. Amor fati. So hopefully that answers your question. And thank you for listening. Of course, subscribe, because tomorrow I'll be answering another question about anxiety. So stay tuned for that episode. And I've got some presentations on the way on topics of why bad people seem to win in life and other topics. So they're coming day after day. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening.